Greetings, Cubs. Welcome and welcome back again. It's time to step into the lion's den. So, we're going to go ahead and get into this week's readings. I did a post on Patreon asking for what you guys want to see most this week, and I'm going off of basically topics that were voted the most. So the topics that have the most hearts by them are the ones that I'll be reading on this week. Okay. So the first one we have is, I'm going to go ahead actually and go for the Saweetie and Quavo first. We're going to do that. So we're going to do a reading on Saweetie, I don't know how to say her name, and her relationship with Quavo. We're going to go ahead and see what that is like. So first, I'm going to use my Mausoleo Oracle. And I'm going to get Saweetie right here, which I have a card for here. And then I'm going to go for Quavo. Ooh, okay. Wow. Okay, hold on. That was a lot of cards. Just one about one or two for Quavo. Okay. Quavo over there. All right. Now I'm going to pull. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm actually pre-pulling, which I used to do these a lot, but I usually would do the pre-pulling off of camera and then start recording and go through it that way. But let's go ahead and pre-pull some cards for their relationship and relationship dynamics. So Saweetie. And Quavo. A lot of cards keep wanting to come out for Quavo. I feel like he's like literally bursting with a lot of information or a lot of like held back feelings that he wants to say. Like, we're gonna get into it as soon as I pull all of these cards. So Saweetie. Any spiritual advice from her guides for Saweetie. And then we're going to do one for Quavo. Okay. Now we're going to go and get more into love. Well, no, we're going to start off here, actually. We're going to start off here and then get into love. So let's see what's the energy surrounding their relationship right now. And this is, right now, we're starting off general, which will apply to their love, but general. And we're going to go further into more love cards. So we have Hathor, Mistress of Harmony, Meditation, Communication, and Culture. Okay, so we have her at a point. I forgot to bring my other stand in here. But we have her here. And she's kind of like at a point where it seems like she's trying to be the one to communicate, trying to be the one to get through, trying to sort of have her voice heard, trying to sort of, it seems like, at least from her point of view, she's trying to be a mediator. She's trying to sort of speak sense into somebody, or get her voice heard, get her her opinion and thoughts, get them out there. That's funny. And Quavo is Arthur, like King Arthur, I believe. I don't know, just Arthur. It says the champion of Avalon, companionship, nobility, and self-realization. I feel like Quavo thinks he's perfect. I see Quavo seeing himself as perfect. Like almost like he doesn't see himself as someone who can really do anything wrong. He's kind of like, yeah, he's kind of like, I did everything right. I brought you what you needed to do. I gave you this. I gave you that. Like, what more do you want from me? That's kind of like what I'm feeling from him. They both have this king and queen aura above them. Like, they both are used to running and ruling their own house, running and ruling their own space. And so now that they're within each other's space, they're not used to handing over authority to the other person. So yeah, Saweetie is more about communication, but I also see Saweetie liking time for herself, where Quavo actually has tendencies to potentially be clingy, but also a little bit of not wanting to acknowledge his own clinginess. There are certain things and aspects in their relationship that Quavo had to realize were I wouldn't say not okay, but like that did not work for everybody. Like, example, like I said, he seems to have this sort of know-it-all energy to him. Like, I know, like, I've treated you the way, you're supposed to be treated. I bought you what you needed. I did this, I did that. He's like, I did everything right. But he's sort of coming to a realization that, you know, everything right isn't the same for every girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, every person you with what is right and their love language differs per person. And I think that's something that he's starting to realize. Yeah, Saweetie also is sort of coming to terms with the different type of lifestyle that she's with Quavo, like how things are different, how his love language is different. So it's like both of these, they're like powerful egos, and they have like I said, they're used to sort of running their own space and not used to kind of giving that power to the other. So her feminine energy is not used to giving away power to masculine energy. His masculine energy is not used to giving up energy to, you know, to more effeminate energy. Like, he's not used to giving power to more effeminate energies. So that's kind of where they clash. So, for Saweetie, we have revelry and indulgence. You are safe from harm. And we also have the king, authority and diplomacy in reverse. Like I said, she doesn't like men running her space. She doesn't like it. That what I said, they came up as very much king and queen energy, but they clash because both of them run their own kingdoms and they don't need anyone else to tell them how to do it. She likes to be spoiled. She likes to be taken care of. She, as a queen, she loves offerings, okay? And that's part of her love language. She feels safe with Quavo. Now, I do know about the whole thing with the elevator. I've seen that. I think that's Quavo, right? Yeah. Her in the elevator. I've seen all that, but she still feels very much safe with Quavo. But like I said, king in reverse, she does not want him trying to control her at all. Okay. So for Quavo, we have the wolf, which automatically says, you know, you're not dangerous, or like you're not as innocent as you try to come off to be. So this is someone who can become very aggressive, but also as the wolf, it says be careful who you trust. So he also sees her as the wolf in sheep's clothing, someone who is supposed to be whatever his idea of what a feminine person is or a woman is not what she is. So if he expects his woman to be a sheep, she is the wolf in sheep's clothing. She did not let him take authority over her life. She does not let him control the aspects that he thinks that he should be in control of. Let's say, example, how she dresses and where she goes and things like that. She doesn't really let him have control over that. The control that he thinks that he should have, she doesn't allow that for him. And so that's kind of what makes him feel like there's something wrong with her. So, you know, he may talk some mess and probably say like she's not like this type of woman, or she's not like the kind of woman that you would expect her to be, or blah 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 blah, some crap like that. Like, that's how I could see him seeing her. The talisman in reverse, it says you are destined to succeed, which tells me he doesn't see this relationship working. We have the sun. It says your perseverance is rewarded. So he feels like whatever it is that he's getting out of this relationship, he's going to get the last laugh. He feels like it's all right. He's done his part. It is what it is. So I don't know if they broke up or where they're at, but I feel like he's pretty much done. And I also feel like he's like, I did my job. So let's see. Is this relationship a publicity stunt? Is it a publicity stunt? Okay, so the whole thing isn't a publicity stunt, like maybe like the elevator stuff. There was money behind it, but I think they actually do or did like each other, which is why they got together. So yes and no, there is money behind it, but there was genuine attraction. So yeah, that's what we have here. The answer is both yes and no. Okay. So what do Saweetie's guides have to say about this relationship? Shame. They're not happy about this relationship. Loss, yeah. Appreciation in reverse, and leadership, yeah. So for Saweetie on her side, like, I feel like her guides are saying, like, you know, this was not it. This was an embarrassing kind of relationship. It's not going to work out. You're really going to feel the loss of this relationship. It's going to impact you, your career, and your life. And they almost feel like they need to come in and take control of things now. They're like, oh God, okay, like, you need to make room for us to get in here and help fix this, because you messed it up. Like, something went wrong with that. For Quavo, Quavo is correct in his thinking of he's gonna, you know, whatever, he's done his part, he's going to get out of here unscathed, or he's going to still end up succeeding further on in life. He's still going to succeed in his music, so he doesn't have to worry about this. In fact, this probably gains him more popularity. This was a good, he's like, you know, it's a bit, from his point of view, it's a business deal. So that's also probably why we had both abundance and unlikely. It could also be where she had more feelings. So it's more feelings in business, and him more business and feelings. So yeah, he's like, well, the business deal is done. It's done. I got my money. I'm going to get my fame. Like, I don't have to worry about it. In the end, Quavo seems to be getting the last laugh. Let me see if there's, let me pull some last romance cards for their relationship. Is this upside down? Okay, it doesn't matter. Saweetie, Quavo. So yeah, Quavo had romantic feelings, but Saweetie felt like he was her soulmate. Don't know why, but that's, I guess, where she was feeling, what she was going through. So she feels like this man could potentially be her soulmate. Yeah. I'm going to go through those in a second, and then let's go for Quavo. By the way, you guys, this is a romance compatibility reading. So if you're interested in getting a reading like this with you and your significant other, please head on over to Patreon and click on romance compatibility. Yeah, this is basically what this is. Yeah, there's nothing really coming out for Quavo over here. So I'm going to go ahead and pluck some cards. Okay, so they do have a past life relationship. Yeah. Because look. Mature woman, the same cards. They get the same cards, right? Past life, past life. Look at this. Look at this. I like her first card. It's like she's talking about communication and trying to sort of teach Quavo her love language, right? And I don't think that was getting through to him. So like her whole energy is, I need better communication, time for myself, time for us to act like actual grown adults. Like, Saweetie, yeah, okay, Saweetie does have a matured side to her, where it's like, where she actually behind the scenes kind of wants to be like, okay, let's turn off this image, like, let's turn off, I'm a celeb, you're a celeb, I'm a bad bitch, and you're, you know, like, she's like, let's turn that mess off, let's be a man and a woman, like, let's be two people who can have real conversations, who are not like really trying to live this rap style behind the scenes. Like, she wants to be a human being and seen as a human being in his life. And not only is she too mature for Quavo, yeah, she's too mature for Quavo. I don't think Quavo may be ready for that kind of relationship. And like I said, like, Quavo wants to be the king, and he wants to rule, and he wants to have control. You see what his control is, right? He wants to control his family. That's how he wants to be. He wants to be the man of the house. He wants to control things, and that's not happening with her. I'm also seeing, like, she's very clearly like, I mean, if you mess up, I will absolutely go date someone else. I will absolutely go see other people. I will absolutely have fun without you. She very much is, I don't need you to have a good time. And I don't need you to tell me if I'm happy or not. I don't need you to give me money. I love gifts. I don't need you. And I don't think he can mesh well with that energy of her not needing him. And her not needing him to control her. Yeah. But that's what I have where they're at, like, romantically. They definitely have a soul tie in a past life. So that's something that they probably need to fix in this life. Let me go ahead and stack these up. Yeah. So I guess, I don't know if anybody knows what the fight was about. Like what they were arguing about in the elevator. I have no idea what they were arguing about in the elevator. Okay, I mean, that's pretty much the point, that we all know that they got into an argument. I'm not sure what they're arguing about, but it definitely is coming from him. Again, he wants to be controlled. We have the wisest that comes out. He wants to be in control. He wants to be the know-it-all. And that's really where they absolutely clash. They don't mesh. He wants to be the know-it-all. She is like not here for it. She, like I said, she absolutely is. Anytime he messes up, or, you know, she's like, I can leave. I will just leave. I will take my stuff and I will go. Like, that's all. She's basically on some say the word. Like, just say the word. If you don't want me here, I will leave. And she will absolutely do that. And I don't think he likes that kind of control that she has. Exactly. Queen of Swords. So she definitely can and has told him many times before that she will drop him. you know, at the like, she will drop him, like, and she's so serious, even though she feels more love for him than he feels towards her. It's like she has common sense enough to know to leave if it's really not working out. And those words get to him all the time. Like, it really gets to him because she follows it with actions. Yeah, she follows it with actions. And like, he literally has to literally fight and force her to stay, if he wants her to stay. Absolutely. He does not like her power, period. Period. Okay. So let's see what's next for them. They're going to get back together. I don't know if they're separate now, but they're going to get back together. They're going to get back together despite their feelings. It's going to be for money and publicity. What next? Okay. She's going to eventually let him run things in the relationship to see how that goes. Like I said, she's sort of the mediator, so she will eventually try to, she'll loosen up before he does. So she'll be like, okay, you know what, you're so hell-bent on being the leader of this house, the man of this house. I'm gonna let you run things. I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let you run this household, and let's see where we go. I don't see that really taking their relationship further. I mean, I am seeing financially their lives will improve, but like, she's gonna feel kind of cut off. Like, she's gonna feel like alone, like this isn't working. Like, okay, yeah, you run this, but you're running our relationship like a business. And that's mostly how he feels anyway. Like, he does have romantic feelings for her, but it's business over pleasure. So it is what it is. That's how I see that going, if they don't immediately break up. And lastly, okay, I was trying to avoid it. She probably should be careful, because she's either pregnant or going to get pregnant. I don't know if she'll keep it. I don't even know if we'll see that, because she could absolutely abort. I don't know. But I do see a kid on the way. If she doesn't already have one, I definitely see a child coming for her. So if she don't want that, that's probably something she should probably look out for. And that's where I'm going to end it on Saweetie. I do see her still repeating these same habits of going into relationships, you know, with people who want to run, I'll put it like this, being the queen of her household and wanting to remain the queen of her household, but going into relationships where kings are going to run. And that's not what she wants. That's not what she wants. And like, I know, like, some people are like, what you mean she don't want a king? She don't want a king. Like, what a lot of these people nowadays view as a king is just someone who genuinely just has control over everyone in the household. That's not, you know, that's not how it works for a lot of people. Like, she doesn't want someone who's going to have control over her. She just wants someone who knows how to run themselves and knows how to take care of everything. That's what how I'm feeling it. It's like she wants somebody who knows how to do it and can step in and do that when needed. Not someone who is just going to take control over everything without asking anybody else's or taking in consideration anybody else's feelings or stance on situations. So basically, she wants someone who is going to run a house with her, not run it for her. So yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for everyone who voted on this reading for Quavo and Saweetie or Saweetie. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button on the video. I would really appreciate it. yeah, and I hope to see you guys next time again in the Lion's Den. Follow me on Twitter so you get updates on whether I'm doing lives on Fridays or whether I'm falling out instead. Yeah. And also, just so you guys know, because I don't know if I made a post about it on Patreon, but from now on, like the last week of every month, I will be doing no readings or lives. Unless there's a whole bunch going on, I may still do a live, but last week of every month, I'm going to take that time as a break to avoid burnout. So, all right, I hope to see you guys again next time in the Lion's Den. Bye-bye.